Now that you have been introduced to short writing assignment 1, which if you have not read the assignment sheet yet, stop this video, go back, read that assignment sheet so that you're not confused by this information. But what I want to do is walk through all 6 of these academic writing expectations and give you some reminders that you need to make sure you include, complete, do in this short writing assignment that is due on Sunday. Now first, when it comes to polish, of course, everything we talked about, but you're really going to need to focus on the utilization of quotation marks. Yes, quotation marks. If you're quoting, especially when you are presenting the title, Shitty First Drafts, that needs to be in quotation marks. Go back and review the PowerPoint if you did not yet. Now, when it comes to tone, of course, you're going to want to make sure that you maintain a semi-formal academic tone. In fact, Shitty First Drafts is a very semi-formal academic tone. So use that, reference that. Next, this is going to be the first time you are going to be utilizing the format that is required this semester, MLA 8. Go back, review this lesson, all of that information to make sure your document is properly formatted via MLA 8. You do lose points for doing it incorrectly. Next, we move on to structure, which we covered in the last video specifically. So this is going to break down your paragraphs. So for your intro, you are going to need to have a whole paragraph, your first paragraph, which should always be at least 5 to 7 sentences. That's an academic paragraph. 3 to 5 is for middle schools, 5 to 7 in college. So introduce in your very first paragraph. Then you're going to provide your information. This is going to be body paragraphs. Now, because of the word count, you might only have 1, but I suggest always having 2 to 3 BPs. BPs, body paragraphs. The choice is yours. Just make sure you properly paragraph. And then finally, finish with your own conclusion, which should be the last paragraph. Yes, a whole paragraph. And sometimes conclusions tend to be a little bit shorter, so I give a little bit of leeway with 4 to 6 sentences with our conclusion. Next, we have 5, cohesion. Remember, cohesion is going to be in the form of transitions. Now, the transitions that you are probably going to use are the ones that introduce examples, reference the transition list to see a bunch of different examples, or you're going to be simply adding information. So remember with your cohesion, between your intro into your info, then of course into your conclusion, saying something like, in conclusion. But inside of your body paragraphs, you are going to want to utilize these types. Reference the transitions list to see a bunch of different transitional words and phrases that fall into these types. And then finally, research. Now, we're not going to be doing much research right now in regards to organizing, going over information, but I do want in your essay to give me a works cited page. Now, you should know how to set up a works cited page because of MLA 8. And when it comes to your works cited entry, you only need entry for Shitty First Drafts that you read. You only need an entry for that. And a secret, look on the last page of Shitty First Drafts. It's there. But these are the academic writing expectation reminders for short writing assignment 1. Properly use quotation marks. Write semi-formally. Organize it in MLA 8. Structure it via the rule of 3s by being cohesive between everything and providing a works cited page. Email me with questions, but work on this short writing assignment and get it submitted Sunday by midnight. Super excited to read these.